bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
We're at the Pearson Air Museum in Vancouver, Washington. If you come here, you're going to learn all sorts of facts. The history of this place is unbelievable. In fact, Dorothy Hester, a female flyer, held a consecutive loops record. She did 57, and that held for 59 years. No one could break it. I'd be dizzy after one. Welcome, everybody, to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Ken Ackerman. We are joined by Diane Christie, Executive Director for SHARE. And Diane, thanks for being with us.
No, thank you for having me.
When we talk about SHARE, a lot of people don't know what that is. It has to do with providing shelters for the homeless. Tell us about the shelters you have here in Clark County.
Well, SHARE operates 4 shelters for the homeless. We have 1 for single men, 1 for single women, and then 2 for families. And at our family facilities, typically half the residents are children. Then we also have a hot meal program, supportive services, and transitional housing.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned families, because a lot of us, when we think of the homeless, we think of the people we see on the street corners every day and the people living maybe under bridges downtown. But there's a whole group of homeless people that we just cast aside and pretty much don't think of, and that's families.
Right, right. SHARE serves thousands of people every year, and half of them are families and children. And
you were telling me a story, and it was a heartfelt story about one person. We're not going to mention any names, but she became homeless in a different way that you wouldn't even think of.
Right. It was really very sad. I had a call recently from a partner in the area that wanted to see if we could help a young woman whose mother had ran away rather than the teenager.
Because the mother ran away.
Right. And so she had moved in with her sister, but her sister was involved in an abusive relationship, and she was afraid of the boyfriend and wanted someplace to stay. She just wanted to get through high school and get on to college. Her rebellion was to make everything right with her family, you know, that her family didn't accomplish. So. And
those stories must mean quite a bit to you after you see so many sad things happening out there.
Oh, definitely. You know, and it's great too when clients come back after. I've been at SHARE for 18 years, and I've had clients come back after a few years and say, Diane, you don't know it, but I've got a job, I've got a house, I'm getting married next week, whatever the case is, and it's always rewarding.
I can imagine. The homeless problem here in Clark County, is it a growing problem? Is it a problem that you have under control?
No, I don't think it's a problem we have under control, because we're still turning away people every night, and so that isn't controlled, in my opinion. I don't think it's escalating too much. I mean, we've put transitional and permanent housing into place, so that helps people have a place to go and get stable and stay stable, so they don't recycle back into the shelters. But with the economy the way it is, I don't know what the future will hold.
You say you turn away people. Is the answer building more shelters?
That's not the answer I would like to see, because it's not the best environment. They're only allowed to stay there 30 to 60 days, and it's a community environment. So if you're homeless for the very first time and you're bringing your 2 children in, you're living in a community. You're sharing bathrooms, you're sharing kitchen, you're sharing everything. And it's really emotionally hard to be homeless in the first place, and that definitely complicates it.
Now, you say that's not the answer you would like to see, more shelters. What is the answer?
I want to see more affordable housing, more supportive housing. SHARE does a lot of supportive housing right now. We have 153 households in our transitional housing program. And supported housing means we help them pay for their rent until they get stable, and we meet with them on a monthly basis, talking about the issues that have brought them to homelessness in the first place.
You know, you bring to light problem kids. How do they go to school? How do you find these kids if they're living in cars, if they're living elsewhere? But you have a fundraiser coming up I really would like to delve into a little bit. Share a Bowl of Soup dinner.
Yes, it's an event we began 7 years ago, and it was kind of to give the public a feel of what it's like to be in line for a meal when you're hungry. And so the donors that come actually wait in line with their tray just like they would if they came down to SHARE House, and they're fed a delicious soup dinner. Just for the record, though, our hot meal program only serves soup once a week. We have fried chicken and lasagna and all kinds of great stuff too, but Soup Kitchen is typically, you know, the thought process.
Right. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to put the information. It's April 27th, Sunday, but you can read it also at Skyview High School. Thank you so much for joining us, Diane Christie. Thank you for joining us. For the folks here, the crew, and everyone, I'm Ken Ackerman for Comcast Newsmakers.